Hello Kadivas and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be for a single welt pocket. This you would typically find on outerwear, on suits, even on the back of like tailored pants. And this is such a clean and professional pocket that you could add to your next project. So if you'd like to see how this pocket was made, make sure to keep on watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful or useful, and let's jump straight into the tutorial. This is a follow-up video to the one where I shared how to make a trench coat pattern designed by AI. So if you haven't seen that video already, please go check that out. From all of the million outcomes that AI suggested, we narrowed it down to a trench coat. And one of the key features that a coat or trench coat has is this style of large exposed welt pocket that typically sits on the side like this. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a sample of this in this video, so that way if you're following through this project, this trench coat series, you'll be able to do that. I have a single welt pocket tutorial and one with a flap from the past, but this particular style is slightly different. Let's get into this. Now, I like to always do sewing patterns, but if you want to skip that, this is a pattern that you can draw onto your fabric if you want to, but for the sake of demonstration, let me just show you how I make the sewing patterns. So I've drawn a horizontal line and I'm drawing a line that's perpendicular to that, and I want my pocket width to be 6 inches. So I'm going to mark that 6-inch point and then square that across. The aim is to create a rectangular shape that is going to become the entire pocket piece, like both the flap and the pocket bags itself. I want to keep everything as one piece rather than have separate pattern pieces or separate pieces of fabric. Now the width on this side is 2 inches. Even though I want my finished pocket folds to be 1 inch, you would need 2 inches to accommodate for the stitch and the folding of the fabric. This I have marked twice because one is going to be the area where you stitch, and then the other one is going to be what you fold over to make the welt or the fold that this pocket design has. My pocket bag is 7 inches deep, and I'm just going in here to draw in a horizontal line that indicates the fold line of my pocket, and I'm going to repeat that same 7-inch mark because I want another 7 inches that's going to be folded over that first one to make the front and the back of the pocket bag. So I'm just going in here to finish up the pattern piece so I have a full rectangular piece that I can use to cut my fabric. After adding a 1 centimeter seam allowance around my pattern, I'm going to go ahead to add my annotation saying what this pattern is, how many I need to cut, the year it was made, and then I'm going to just go in here to draw in dashed lines where I'm actually going to be stitching. This is going to really guide me when I have to sew the actual pocket opening. If you don't want to do this straight onto your fabric, just have an idea of how far away the stitch is going to be from the edge of your pattern would help a lot. Now I've cut down my pattern piece and this is what it looks like. I want to try and keep everything as one piece. The previous welt pocket styles I have done, the pocket bag and the welt itself were different pattern pieces, but this one is different because everything is one singular piece, so you have less pattern pieces to make and less fabric pieces to cut. Now let's go into actually sewing the pocket, which is where the construction, like finesse and magic is. Now you want to put the right side of your pocket piece against the right side of your garment, and you know those points where we drew the dashed lines, those corner points there, you want to pass a pin through that point onto the wrong side of your pocket piece and just mark with a chalk. You would end up with 4 corners that once you connect together, you have those dashed lines kind of replicated on the wrong side of your fabric. I'm using a fabric chalk here which rubs off easily with a damp cloth, so I know I can get rid of this later on if it's visible on my garment. Once I have the 4 corners of my pocket opening stitched in, I know I can take this in my machine and just sew along the chalk line. It is important that you put your pocket bag in this direction if you want it to be accessible from the side of your garment. You don't want to sew the pocket and realize that it's in the wrong direction. Now, taking this to my machine, I'm sewing along the stitch lines, along the longer and the shorter ends. So once that is all stitched, I can go ahead to cut the pocket open and then fold it over and add the pocket bag flap as well. Now this is what it is looking like, and with a small scissors I'm going to be cutting down the middle of the stitch that I just made. And as I approach the end, I'll say about a centimeter or half an inch away from the edge, I'm going to cut into the corners, cutting as close as possible to the stitch. The closer you cut to the stitch, the smoother the fold along the corners will be when you turn your pocket inside out. This I'm going to repeat from the bottom and on the top edge, and once I'm done doing that, I'm going to push the rest of the pocket piece through that opening that I just cut. And this is the part where I say taking the piece to press is like taking the piece of the iron to press really makes a huge difference, because you can never overpress your project. It just makes the outcome a lot more professional and a lot more clean. This is what the reverse side or the wrong side of the garment is looking like, and I'm going to grab this side of the pocket piece and fold it over to cover the opening. You want to make a fold that covers the opening just enough so from the right side it looks like a welt and you don't see the hole that we just stitched. This I'm just pinning down on the wrong side of the garment at this point just to keep it in place, and then I'm going to turn it over to the right side just to check that I like how much that I have folded it by. You can adjust it to the point where the folded edge is just along the stitch edge on the right side, so once you slip your hand through you have access into the pocket. Once I have that folded in a way that I'm happy with, I'm just going to double check that it's nice and smooth. Giving it an additional press at this point also really helps things to stay flat, and I'm going to be sewing around the edges. I'm going to be doing a very neat edge stitch because this is going to be visible on the right side of my garment, so the pressure was definitely on here. When I get to a corner, I'm going to leave the needle in, drop the footer, and then continue stitching around until I get to the next corner, and I have stitched around the entire pocket itself. Just be careful when you're stitching over, the top edge where the opening of the pocket is. You don't want to sew that close. You want that to still be open, but at the same time you want to do a stitch that would keep that side laying nice and flat on your garment. Once I'm done stitching around the pocket, you can give it a press if you want, but to create the pocket bag, I'm going to turn it to the wrong side and then fold over the rest of the material of the pocket piece in such a way that the corners match. So you just sew around the side, the top, down to the other side, and you have your pocket bag done. This is what I mean by this technique is slightly different from the previous welt pocket tutorial I have, where the welt pieces were different pieces, the pocket bag was a different piece, whereas this one is everything is connected. So once you get a hang of how this is done, it's actually a lot quicker to stitch, and if it's done correctly, it just looks so clean and so beautiful. For the placement of this pocket, you could have it vertical like I have here, or you could have it horizontal, or even like at a slight angle. So it is really up to you how you want your pocket to sit on your garment. This is a pocket design that is commonly seen on coats, on blazers, even like on the back pockets of tailored pants in like suits. This is a really common feature, and I thought this like one piece method would be a way to show you guys how you can get it done really quickly so you save time when you're constructing your next project. If you did enjoy this video, do give it a thumbs up. If you recreate this pocket style on social media, don't forget to tag me at Kim Designs. And our next project in this trench coat series is going to be for a belt. So how to make a belt with belt loops, so the belt that sits around the sleeve and the belt that sits around the waist. So I hope you guys are excited for that, because I am as well. Until next time, stay happy and healthy and have a good morning, afternoon and evening wherever you are. Bye.